Hey Leo, this reading today is for all of my single Leos, and we're going to see what could be coming towards you in love within the next week. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind though, Leo, it's a general reading, may or may not resonate. You're always welcome on my channel to take what works and leave the rest. So let's get right into it, my lovely single lions, and let's see what could be coming towards you in love this week. First message coming out for single Leo, we have got the Four of Swords. Now, the Four of Swords is definitely a quieter energy. It's kind of like somebody who's taking space, taking a bit of a break, reflecting. Maybe some of you guys have been taking a bit of a break from dating. Maybe you've been taking some space since your last relationship. Let's see where it goes. Tell me more about what could be coming toward my single Leos. Okay, this is really good, you guys. Second card coming out is the Ace of Swords, which is about a literal brand new beginning in love, because that's what aces are about. So I think that there is very strong potential for new love to come towards you this week. Now, this could even be coming in, like I said, after a while of taking some time out, right? So maybe you haven't been dating too much recently, or like I said, maybe you've consciously been taking a break from dating. I feel like that might be over soon because I feel like there's somebody knocking on your door this week and they're going to be very clear that they're interested in you because the Ace of Swords is about clarity, communication, somebody expressing their feelings. And I think that there is an opportunity for an exciting new beginning in love. Okay, tell me more about what could be coming toward my single Leos this week, and then the Five of Pentacles. Oh no, okay. Here's the thing, you guys. Okay, I'm like, shit's gonna get real this week. Okay, I think this is actually complicated. This could be a bit of a messy week for my single Leos. We're gonna talk it through and hopefully that can help you. Because here's what I think is happening. I think you've been taking a bit of a break from dating. But then there's like brand new love coming in this week with the Ace of Swords. But then we got that tricky Five of Pentacles, which is not what I was hoping to see, but we gotta go with what comes out. Five of Pentacles can show up as a fear of abandonment, okay? So here's what I'm seeing. I think that there's gonna be an opportunity for brand new love to come knocking on your door this week, Leo. Now, you're gonna have to be careful to not self-sabotage. That's the message I'm getting, because what I could see happening is, like I said, maybe with the Four of Swords, you've been taking a bit of a break from dating. Maybe you haven't even been looking at all. And then this brand new person comes in this week. It's very exciting. But with the Five of Pentacles, it kind of makes me feel like you're scared almost to entertain this new possibility, right? And I think a lot of us have been there before, especially if we've been heartbroken. It can feel really, really scary to open up to new love. And so on the one hand, there's like an exciting opportunity for love that I see here. But the trick is to not, I think, push it away and let fears overcome us. Because what I could see happening is like this person comes in super enthusiastically and it feels really good in the moment, but then very quickly you're like, well, what if it doesn't work out? What if they abandon me like my ex did? What if they, leave me? What if I'm left all alone again? Like the Five of Pentacles to me is that very fear-based response of like getting scared. And I totally want to validate it. And the thing is, here's the reality. When we put our heart out there, we are making ourselves vulnerable. It is possible that this new person could break your heart. I'm not going to say it's not possible. Of course it is. But part of being in love, I think, in my opinion, is being brave and being like, I know I've been hurt before, but I've got someone here who's showing interest in me and seems really excited about me. So I'm going to give it a chance, right? Instead of letting fear come in and be like, well, I have this really beautiful opportunity, but I'm not going to engage because what if this happens? I guess the message I'm getting is like, be careful about the what ifs this week, especially if you've got this new love coming in, because it's like, it feels very exciting. Like I feel that I'm almost rooting for this person, Leo. It's like their energy feels very exciting, very good. But I feel like you might go into this like negative what if place where you're like, oh, it feels good, but what if this happens? Oh, it feels good, but what if that happens? You could end up talking yourself out of a potentially good thing. Okay, that's a whole long ramble. So here's what we're gonna do. For the rest of the reading, we're gonna look at them, Leo, and we're gonna look at you, okay? So we're gonna look at their overall energy, what they could be feeling, what actions they could be taking this week. We will look at the same thing for you and then potential outcomes. So let's dig into it. Tell me about this person who is here for Leo, please. Okay, first card coming out, Four of Cups. interesting. Four of Cups tends to be somebody pulling back. All right. So I'm like, are they pulling back because you're pulling back? Like, what exactly is going on here? Tell me more. The Magician. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, it's getting complicated, like even more complicated, you guys. Now I'm like, okay, they've got shit going on too. Okay, Magician is like a tricky energy. It can be someone who's like presenting an illusion. Two of Pentacles. Okay, that's not what I was hoping for. Honestly, you guys, this is a problem. Okay, so here's what I think. I do think this person's gonna come in and be super excited about you, but it also looks like they got some, I was gonna say problems. I don't really like to say it that way. We've all got our baggage. It's not a judgment, but I feel like maybe the issue here is both of you could be bringing some baggage into this connection, which could greatly hinder its ability to get up and running, okay? Because when I look at this, it's kind of like they want to present an illusion with the Magician. They show up, they're excited, they want to get to know you, but below the surface, there's a bit of that emotional withdrawal with the Four of Cups. And then with the Two of Pentacles, it's kind of like somebody who isn't totally settled and doesn't know exactly what they want. And maybe they're a little bit scared to fully go in as well. So yeah, either you or them or both of you might be bringing a fair amount of baggage into this connection, which could mess with the ability of it to get off the ground, right? Let's see what they could be feeling. The Knight of Swords. This is interesting, you guys. Like, to be clear, I don't think your person's doing anything malicious, but I definitely think they've got some stuff going on, and I think you do as well. Now, the Knight of Swords is interesting to me because it's a very fast-moving energy, and it's showing up in your person's feelings. So I feel like they are developing feelings for you quickly, but the Knight of Swords can also lack focus in how they move things forward. They can act a bit reactively. So on the one hand, I think their feelings for you are happening really quickly, but they haven't necessarily thought through what that means. And that could be why we're seeing things like the Four of Cups and the Two of Pentacles. This could totally be one of those things where like their feelings sneak up on them. They didn't expect to fall for you, and then they don't know what to do, right? So now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, maybe the Four of Swords is also them having been taking a break from dating and not really looking for somebody. I feel this could be one of those weeks where the two of you end up connecting and maybe neither of you saw it coming, and maybe both of you are still working through some stuff, as we all do, right? Nothing wrong with that. But I do think that if you are both actively like working through issues, maybe from past relationships or past emotional baggage, I do see it creating a complexity here to the two of you developing this relationship. But we're going to keep going. Tell me more about what they could be feeling this week, please. Page of Pentacles, yeah. I do think they're really into you. I really do. I do feel a lot of enthusiasm. Page of Pentacles is them reaching out. Knight of Cups. Holy shit, you guys. Like seriously, look at this, okay? I'm just going to hold this up for you. So I think you've totally caught this person off guard. I really do. I don't think they expected to have these kind of feelings for you, okay? I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I definitely think their energy is so excitedly coming towards you this week. But like I said, there is also an energy of them being in the midst of sorting something out. And I do think there is something emotionally they need to work through, okay? Whatever that is. But on the other hand, they're excited about you, right? So I'm kind of fascinated to see how this is going to work out. Knight of Cups is super romantic. And I'm almost getting a bit of a vibe of, I'm like, I don't know how I want to say this. I think they really want to explore this with you. And they might even kind of be minimizing some of the potential issues here. Like, have you ever done this where it's like you date someone and you really, really, really like them, but then you're like, yeah, like I'm still healing, they're still healing from some stuff. Like maybe it's not the best time, but you're like so into each other that you like still want to explore it. That's what I'm getting. It's like this very nuanced thing for your person where they're like super excited about you, Leo. But like, I do think there is something below the surface that they're still working through, and it's going to impact their ability to fully show up for you emotionally until they've like made some sort of peace with that situation. Interesting. Okay, let's see what actions they could be taking this week, please. Page of Wands. There's so many cards of them just like reaching out and pursuing you. Honestly, I do think they are going to be very hotly pursuing you. What is this? Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm like a little speechless. Knight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, do we have 3 knights? 3 knights, Knight of Pentacles. These are very pursuing energy, okay? Because the knights tend to come and offer something, and the pages are the messengers of the tarot. So everything that we're seeing for your person is kind of fitting with what I was saying, where I'm like, they are very excited about you, Leo, and their energy is so strongly coming towards you. We just have to be mindful of what we saw in their overall energy with the 4 of Cups, the Magician, and the 2 of Pentacles. It's like they're feeling so excited about you that it's almost like they want to ignore any of the things that could potentially get in the way of the 2 of you developing a really good connection. It's fascinating. Tell me more, please. And then the 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is a transitional energy of leaving behind tough stuff. I'm hoping that this is your person working on the issues that they have instead of ignoring them. Like what I get here is that your person probably has to do some emotional healing from a past situation that had nothing to do with you, okay? And I think they can't ignore it, you know? Like they're gonna have to deal with it. But on the one hand, they're so excited about you that I feel like it's almost as if they just wanna focus their energy on you. But I do feel the message here is also saying, but in order for the 2 of you to have a chance at success in this connection, they do need to do the work, right? It is giving a little bit of a rebound type of energy, although I don't think your person's like actively rebounding, if that makes sense, because I don't think that they expected these feelings to develop. And now that you guys are connecting, they're feeling really excited. And I think the important piece is like, they can be excited about you and pursue you, but I feel like the message for them is like, they still need to be actively doing any healing that they need in order to be committed to you, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's look at you. Tell me about Leo's energy this week, please. First card coming out is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, you're definitely doing the work you need to do on yourself, okay? Tell me more about Leo's energy. 6 of Wands. Okay, that's good. You're working on things. You're working on building yourself up, building a beautiful life, working through issues. Tell me more. Queen of Swords, okay? That's good. Your overall energy is way more solid than your person, okay? So I do think that Queen of Swords is an indicator of really strong communication. This could be something that helps the 2 of you keep the relationship moving forward. I think you're probably going to be quite proactive in talking about things as they come up, okay? So let's see what you could be feeling. Let's take a look at that. 8 of Cups. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I'm sorry, you guys. I feel this reading is a little all over the place. Hopefully you're tracking it. But yeah, I feel like on the one hand, you're like, okay, I wanna work on this, and I wanna, you know, see and invest in this connection, see if it can go anywhere. But then you also have to fight the urge to like walk away in moments where you might feel insecure, right? Like we were talking about earlier with that 5 of Pentacles. Tell me more. Ace of Wands, yeah. Beautiful new beginning. Second ace within the reading. I'm kind of rooting for you guys. I gotta be honest. Like, I don't think this is gonna necessarily be an easy start to the relationship. My gut is that there's actually like really good potential here. It might not start out that way. That might not be obvious because I just feel both of you are fighting urges to like, well, different urges. I think you're maybe fighting the urge to walk away, not because they're not great, but like I said, maybe you get scared. They have some stuff they need to deal with, and they need to like not distract themselves and actually deal with the issues. If you guys can like each deal with your shit, essentially, I feel there's really good potential. But like this might be one of those relationships where it ends up being really beautiful down the road, but then down the road you reflect back and you're like, that was not an easy start to the relationship. That's what I'm getting. It's like one of those things where you might tell your friends like, I didn't think it was going to work out. There was so much shit that came up at the very beginning of the relationship that I did not feel confident we could work through it, but we did get there. Tell me more. King of Cups, yeah. I think both of you are undeniably developing feelings for each other, okay? So let's see what actions you could be taking Ten of Swords. There it is, right? It's like heal the shit from the past. I think you've been hurt very badly before with the Ten of Swords. It's literally a card of somebody stabbed in the back. Literally, that is the image. I think that's the fears of abandonment, the emotional baggage we've been talking about. The good thing is that it's showing up in your actions. So it's like you're taking action to let go of that stuff. Tell me more, please, about what actions you could be taking. King of Wands, stepping into your confidence and power, knowing that you are worthy and deserving of amazing love and not settling. Tell me more. Ten of Wands, wow. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of heaviness, you guys. That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, you know, some of you might not be actively looking for love right now because you're working through this, right? The good thing is both of these cards are showing up in your actions. So again, it's kind of indicating to me like you're working through some really heavy stuff. And yeah, I don't know, you guys. I feel like I want to root for you and your person. I really do, because I just think both of you are bringing some stuff in, some heavy stuff into this relationship. And it could get in the way of things moving forward easily. Like I don't know that it's going to be smooth sailing, but that's not because there's a lack of potential. I think there is actually a lot of potential if you guys can get through this mess. You have to let me know if this connects. Let's see what the potential outcome is. Let's look at that, Leo. Eight of Swords. I'm going to pull two more cards. What is the potential outcome? Queen of Wands. What is the potential outcome here? The World. This is an interesting reading. I feel a little bit like a broken record. I think you guys are going to work this out, but I don't think it's going to be easy, okay? And at the end of the day, I'm not here to tell you what to do. You can choose to engage with this or not. For those of you who are choosing to engage with this type of energy, if it resonates, I just feel that the message today is don't necessarily expect it to be easy in the beginning, because I think there is some stuff that's going to come up, like with the Eight of Swords, that represents the fears, the anxieties, the insecurities. It's like everything that we've been talking about. Here's the thing though, with the Eight of Swords, that person is not actually trapped. That's the nuance of the Eight of Swords. They can wriggle free from those ribbons and walk out from between the swords. They're not actually a prisoner there. You know what I mean? They can escape. And so to me, I'm hoping that this is you and your person being able to release yourself from the fears, from the anxieties, from the self-doubt, and move forward with confidence with that Queen of Wands energy in your connection. Wrap up the tough cycle, the baggage, the stuff that each of you might be carrying from the past, and move towards a really happy and fulfilling connection. So I'm in a way, I'm rooting for you, you know, because sometimes I do readings and I'm like, this is complicated. Maybe the best thing would be to walk away, or at least at a minimum, take some space and distance. I feel like with this connection, again, it's up to you if you decide if you want to engage with this. I just feel like this could be one of those interesting scenarios where it starts out pretty rocky to the point where you're like, I don't even know if it's worth trying. But if you guys are able to work through the issues individually and find a way to support each other in that process, I think there is potential. But the word I'm getting is that there's probably going to be misunderstandings in the beginning. I'm getting overly sensitive. Like I feel there, you know, either you and or them could be hypersensitive about certain things. Again, if you've been abandoned in a relationship before, maybe your person does something relatively benign, but you read into it and think it's them abandoning you. Like, I think there's going to be a lot that potentially comes up for you guys in the beginning of this connection. But I do think there is potential if you guys can get past that. It's your choice whether you want to invest the time and effort, because you could also look at this and be like, this is too complicated, I'm going to pursue somebody else. You could also do that, right? But if you do feel something quite strongly for this person, which the King of Cups is definitely saying you do, I think there's potential, but I don't think the beginning is going to be easy. I don't know, you guys. That's what I see. Bit of an interesting reading today. Let me know if it resonates. If it does, do me a solid, give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. And of course, you know, I wish you so much love and happiness, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.